Some people are born stars. They don't need to dim others' light to shine because their light comes from within. That's Yaman, a man hard to understand, impossible to categorize. He is not just an actor. He is one of the most admired and discussed faces Turkey has ever produced. Today, his name is known worldwide, but few truly understand and appreciate him without trying to imitate him. Everyone wants his followers, his fame, his magnetism, but nobody possesses his strength, his generosity, or his courage to stand firm, even alone. While many criticize him from the shadows, he keeps rising. Can is not a passing television phenomenon. He has represented his country abroad, triumphed in Italy, and starred in international projects like El Turco or Sandokan. Achievements that require more than just a good image or social media presence. Behind them are discipline, training, emotional balance, and mental strength that few could bear. When his own country pointed fingers and turned him into a source of controversy, other nations welcomed him with awards and honors. This is the bitter root of everything: envy. Because there is no other man who shows such resilience, respect for women, devotion to family, sensitivity to children, and love for animals while maintaining overwhelming charisma. In Turkey, sadly, it's common to punish one's own success. There's always a but. He's handsome, but is he a good actor? He acts well, but he's arrogant. There's always a but. He's handsome, but is he a good actor? He acts well, but he's arrogant. And so on, endlessly. Abroad, success is celebrated. Yaman has been in the spotlight for his hairstyle, physique, romantic relationships, and posts, but few wonder how he manages to keep working despite so many rumors. To be like him, looks are not enough. You need enormous psychological strength. While others collapse, he rises even higher. Women admire him not only for his looks, but for his intelligence, kindness, and chivalry. He's the archetype of the strong, sensitive man many dream of. Men, instead, try to discredit him because they cannot match his confidence, his presence, or his courage to be alone when necessary. Yaman has never tried to please everyone. He never bowed down to keep his fame. He remained authentic. That's why many would like to be like him but lack his soul. Today, Yaman is no longer just an actor, he is a cultural reference. He has put down roots in other countries, learned new languages, faced different cultures, and still starred in great projects. This requires intelligence, charisma, and above all, patience. While some attacked him in Turkey, he kept training, working on Italian series, participating in social projects, and investing in his own growth. Looking back now, it's clear he is the winner. Turkey is sometimes ungrateful to its talents. It values them only when it's too late. But Yaman is still here, representing his country, producing, advancing. He has not forgotten his land, even if his land has sometimes forgotten him. This path has not been easy, but he never gave up. Those who gave up now envy him, because he still stands despite everything. And yes, whatever they do, they will never be like him. Sometimes when I think of Demet Özdemir, I can't help but feel deep respect for the woman she has become. Beyond her beauty and undeniable talent, there is an inner strength that has guided her through every stage of her life, even in the most difficult moments. Her story with Yaman was one of the most beautiful, but also a phase that transformed her and made her grow. Many like me still see in Demet the woman who, though no longer by Kaan's side, carries within her the mark of that great love. Because let's be honest, it's rare to find such a pure and true bond as the one they shared. The looks, the gestures, the complicity in every project spoke of something far beyond the professional. It was evident that between them there was a unique connection, a silent understanding that only great loves know. However, life led them down different paths. With maturity, she made difficult decisions. She chose to move forward, building a solid career, earning respect both in Turkey and beyond. Every role reflects not only her acting skills but also the experience of a woman who has loved, suffered, and learned to move forward without losing her essence. I think that even as time passes, both Demet and Kaan look back with some melancholy. As many say, both feel that silent sadness for something that was beautiful but needed a pause. Perhaps neither of them wants to take the first step. Perhaps out of pride or fear of reopening old wounds. But that doesn't mean the love has disappeared. It has simply turned into a deep memory that still beats inside them. Some say that no one will ever take Demet's place in Kaan's life, and I believe it. She is unique, with a light of her own that doesn't need to dim anyone else's to shine. This mix of sweetness, strength, and authenticity makes her special and keeps her in the hearts of many fans around the world. We admire her not only for her work, but for her strength in facing delicate personal situations. I know many believe we must respect their choices. They are adults and will know what is best for them. And that's true. But I can't help, like many others, but dream of a reunion. Maybe not now, maybe in the future when fate decides the right time. Because loves like Demet and Kaan's are never forgotten. They remain suspended in time, waiting for a chance to be reborn. In the meantime, I will continue to admire Demet for the brave and serene woman she is today. For her ability to keep building her path without losing her smile, for her elegance in handling public affection and curiosity, and for continuing to inspire those who have followed her for years. Her story with Can is part of her past, yes, but also an unforgettable chapter in her life, one that always leaves the door slightly open for a possible someday. And even though some keep trying to drag her back into the past, I'm convinced Demet left all that behind a long time ago. Her story with Can is part of her past, yes, but also an unforgettable chapter in her life, one that always leaves the door slightly open for a possible someday. And even though some keep trying to drag her back into the past, I'm convinced Demet left all that behind a long time ago. She keeps looking forward, and we, as her fans, should do the same.